Hey guys, welcome back. And today I wanted to talk about lighting because I still kind of find lighting a bit of a challenge in this game. This place is lit up well, so no mobs are going to spawn here, and that's obviously one of the main reasons is you use lighting, and the other reason obviously is so that you can see where you're going. But what I don't like is things like this. Like this is a bit dark here, but I kind of need a torch here, you know, to keep it lit up. And I don't really like torches like this on the wall because I think it's just a bit messy. It's too much, you know. Glowstone is good, but I don't really like getting it. It's kind of hard to find, especially on a server like this. So I try and use pumpkins and stuff instead, but I like to hide the pumpkins. So here you can see underneath the chest is a pumpkin, and that actually lights up the area around it because the chest is an entity, I think, and it doesn't block the light. Another thing I've done is put like here, a pumpkin underneath the water, which you can't really see from here, but it does spill out and light the area a bit around it, which is pretty cool. I've tried something here to avoid putting a torch on the wall, and I'm not sure if I'm fooling anybody here. Does that look like it's all wood here? I just put a pressure plate on top there. I'm not sure about this. Does the job, but you have to run around pretty fast past it. I've used the same here, but this kind of works because there has to be a pressure plate here anyway, so I don't really mind that too much. But yeah, another one I've done here is the enchanting table. There should be pumpkin underneath that because the enchantment table as well is transparent, and the light spills out through it. So you see here, like I don't really like this. I know this room isn't finished, but I don't like these torches just on the wall like that. I do prefer them like this, but the only thing is they take up a bit more room and it doesn't always work. So I might show you one or two ideas I'm having with lighting, and we can have a chat about a couple other blocks that you can use. And I have one or two rooms here which I want to try and light up a bit better, but here's another kind of idea that I have for lighting. Nothing on the walls or the ceiling or anything, but I've got these kind of grates here, and there's a light in behind that there, and like that also works if the actually works quite nicely if you wanted to raise the floor up a bit more. It still kind of comes out, and it's maybe even a little nicer than that side, but either way I think it works quite well. And what I like about this type of lighting as well is it just doesn't kind of light everything, it's lighting the floor and not the ceiling really, and I think that looks kind of cool. So I said in the last episode that there's a bit of a secret behind there. Just to show you what it is, it's nothing special but a sand generator, which is kind of cool. And, it's handy to have because I can turn the sand into glass. I'm using string here, by the way, if you can see it, so that when the sand falls, that's not going to fall from there, is it? So when it falls, it breaks when it hits it. You could use redstone and stuff as well, but I like the sand because it doesn't, or the string, because you can't really see it. This is another type of lighting I'd use, so I'd use the glass here with the pumpkin lighting above it. You could use glowstone or something as well, but I kind of like that. It kind of gives it a fluorescent bulb sort of look or something, I don't know. But yeah. Okay, I'll show you another type of lighting now in a second. Actually, I've used it there as well. It's pretty nice. I like that. I do have my settings on moody, by the way, and I think it works well around here, so I use it for recording. But yeah, as I said, I'm gonna choose another room here and see if I can improve it with some lighting. And another way to hide lighting, or at least pumpkins, is under bushes like this. So you can see there's no torches or anything down this end of the room, and that's lighting up the whole floor there, which is pretty cool. And if you don't like that, if you think that if you think it like kind of looks a bit ugly with the pumpkin there, you can always put it a little bit lower. The only thing is that you won't reach out as many blocks light level wise with the pumpkin inset like that. So that's why I've used it up there like that. And another way to do lighting is by using lava behind iron bars like this. This is a furnace room that I built, and I think it works well with the whole theme of melting iron and all that sort of stuff. So it works quite well, and it lights up the whole room, so I don't need anything else in here, which is pretty cool. Obviously there's always that danger with lava that if you're building with wood nearby, it'll catch fire. So I don't use it in a lot of places over my main base because there is a lot of wood nearby, and the last thing I want is for the whole thing to go up in flames. But lava, I think, is a really cool way, if you can use it, is a really cool way to light things up. Also, so obviously here I've used under the chests, I've used the pumpkins again, but you can actually use pumpkins underneath pistons, because pistons are transparent blocks, and it will fit in quite well with a wooden style floor, as you can see here. And it's kind of hard to see that the lighting is actually getting through the pistons, so what I'll do is I've set something up here just to show you quickly, in case you didn't know. So you can quite clearly see there that the light is coming through the piston, and that also works with an upside down piston as well. So you could use that in a kind of a stone kind of floor or whatever, which is really cool and can look really well, especially with stone blocks and half slabs and all that sort of thing. And of course you can use those in the walls as well, or in the ceiling, it doesn't really matter. Cool. Hey guys, and what I got here is a pumpkin farm that I built. It's a quite simple one, but I really like the design of it, and I will come back to this again in another episode where I talk about farms that I built. But what I want to actually show you at the moment is that there's no torches in this area, and it is spawn proof. Mobs won't spawn around here, but I really like the way it works, and I think you can tell that the main way I'm lighting this, between the half slabs there, I've got pumpkin lighting around the place in the floor, covered by these pressure plates. I've actually got pumpkins under there, under the water, and I even have pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns in other places around, so that just keeps everything nice and lit. But the only thing I don't like about having pressure plates on the floor is that when you walk over them, you can just hear that noise, that clicking noise the whole time. But luckily this is mainly aesthetic, and I'm only in here for a second to harvest all the pumpkins, so it's not a big deal. But that's another kind of way of lighting with pressure plates that I'd mentioned before. And there we go again, another one snuck in there under the water. So as you can see, I sneak them in anywhere that I can, just to avoid getting those torches up. Cool. Well, I've mentioned hiding lighting under chests already, and obviously there's a pumpkin underneath this one, which I've mentioned a couple of times. But you can also, and that has a nice orange trim, I suppose, but you can also have a few more. This one's just a glowstone lamp, as you can see there. That's glowstone underneath this one, and then just glass here like this. But I think at least you have a bit of a choice on what sort of blocks to put underneath them. And if I just cover these for a second, there's something else as well that I meant to show you. which I think is really cool. So this room is quite dark now, and if you use stuff like this is kind of a trim. So all it is upside down stairs here and right side upstairs here, with the light source directly behind it, and you get this effect, which I think is really cool. And of course the light doesn't actually come out into the room, but if you were to half slab this floor, you could have a really cool hallway, if you can imagine. I think that's an awesome kind of look. Similarly, I'm kind of thinking about using something like this around my builds, where this could even be swapped out here to give it a better look. But the basic idea of it is that we have geometrically two different areas here. So this is protruding that, and then behind it the light coming down. And it is quite a subtle thing, the way the light shines down, but if you can imagine this being bigger and a lot more of them, I think this would work out really cool. Also, another way of lighting, of course, is using red light with torches, which is pretty cool, redstone torches. And I suppose there is fire as well, which gives out loads of light, but again, as I said, I kind of want to avoid using these because they could burn the place down. And last but not least, something that I've used before and I want to use again. I'm getting a lot of lag here, but redstone, when you walk over it, lights up, which I think is cool. And again, that's for some subtle lighting. It can really set the mood and atmosphere to a room. So you can see there, completely lights the place, which is nice. So I'm sure there are a load of other ways to light up a room and use lighting that I've forgotten. And if you do have any ideas, please leave them in the comments, because part of the reason I'm doing this LP is for other people to tell me ideas, because I definitely don't know everything about Minecraft anyway, and it's great. A lot of the stuff that I've learned has just been by bouncing ideas off other people, and so if you can think of anything that I might have forgotten, please let me know, because as I said, I do find lighting a bit of a challenge. So just drop a comment. So one of the great things about being on this server is playing with all these cool people. And at the end of the last episode I said that I didn't have any records to play. And literally 2 minutes after I uploaded it, Sean came over and gave me, he's online at the moment, gave me a load of records. So now I have music to play to you guys, which is cool. I have a decent record collection. I'm gonna link Sean's channel in the video description, so you can have a look at the stuff that he's doing. And actually, a few weeks ago, not too long ago, we started work on Spawn again, and Sean's got 2 great videos up showing the work that we've done in a few stages. So you should really go check that out if you're interested in seeing how things have gone in Spawn. Also, just to wrap up this video, I'd like to give a shout out to 2 guys on the server, As Skills and Bram. I'm also going to link a video that came out recently from Az's channel, and he takes a tour around Bram's base, which is really cool, and he's got some cool lighting at his base that I think you should take a look at. It's really cool in his nether lobby sort of area. And of course Asa as well shows a really cool high-tech tree farm at the start of that video, and that's cool too. So if you're looking for a few more videos to watch, which people usually are, I'd recommend having a look in the description there. But for now, guys, I'm going to try a few more CDs, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.